Hello, and welcome to Disney Through the Ages. My name's Michael.
And I'm Grace. And on this podcast, I'm forcing my husband to watch every Disney movie in order, starting with Snow White and continuing, through the ages.
Why did I agree to this?
I don't know, but you're stuck now.
All right. So I guess let's tell listeners a little bit about ourselves, just so they know what to expect from us.
Well, I grew up on Disney movies. I consider myself a bit of a Disney aficionado. Had nearly all the movies on VHS growing up in my room. I learned to use the VHS. Man, do people even know what VHS is anymore?
Probably some of them listening to this wouldn't, honestly. I wonder when the last time VHS was popular.
I don't know, but I definitely have Tarzan on a VHS, so that gives us some kind of time frame. That was 1999, so...
I had Monsters, Inc. on VHS, and it was
That's
2001,
yeah.
right? Yes, I remember it, because it's just because it's my favorite. I'm terrible with the years.
But anyway, so somewhere around that era. But anyway, I learned to use a VHS player and just watched Cinderella over and over and over and over again. But anyway, I grew up on Disney movies and going to the parks. So many fond memories going as a kid. My parents took me, and then my little sister, and a lot of times people will ask, so have you seen this movie? I'm like, well, is it a Disney movie? If the answer is yes, then yes. If it's not a Disney movie, then I probably haven't seen it.
Were you the kid that when your second grade teacher asked what you want to be when you grow up, you wrote a Disney princess?
Maybe.
Yeah, so, and I don't want to say like I'm the opposite. I did have Disney movies in my life, but not anywhere near to that extent. I had a few select Disney movies that were part of my life, but I had a lot more non-Disney influences also, or at least not traditional animated Disney movies. Like, my favorite movie growing up was Journey to the Center of the Earth, and I wore out 2 different VHS tapes of that before we got the DVD so that it wouldn't wear out. But that actually technically is a Disney movie, I found out while I was scrolling through Disney Plus. I'm like, oh, I guess they own that. But I did not know that. And it's live action and things. So, my history with Disney movies is mostly Winnie the Pooh and the Tigger movie. Tigger movie is fantastic, by the way. And like Rescuers Down Under and The Great Mouse Detective and things like that. Just particular ones that stick out, but I haven't watched all of them. And I never really dreamed of growing up to be a Disney princess or anything like that. So we're just kind of coming at this from different perspectives.
Yeah, and it's funny, a lot of the ones that you actually grew up on are the ones I didn't watch as many times or things like that. Mm-hmm. So it should be interesting mix of perspectives. Oh,
Fox and the Hound too. Copper Todd was my favorite.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite Disney movie growing up.
Yeah, so I thought this would be fun and we could document our journey.
Yeah, when you first came to me, the idea for this podcast, your reasons were basically, number one, so that we could watch all the Disney movies in order and see how the animation and the style has changed over the years, how they've evolved. But also, number two, just to expose me to these movies that were such an iconic part of your childhood that I hadn't even seen before in a lot of cases.
Yeah, this is really a passion project for me. I wanted to do this my whole life, but it just was not possible to go out and buy all these Disney movies because of the Disney Vault, and it'd be very expensive to buy all these movies as well. So since Disney Plus came out, I really wanted to do this because they have basically all of these movies on there.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about being cooped up in the house together is we got to find something to do. So why not watch a Disney movie every week for part of that time?
Exactly. We tend to watch movies more anyway.
Yeah, we're not big TV people, honestly.
So we hope you'll come along on this adventure with us.
Yeah, and we would love to hear from you. Send in your thoughts about the movies we're reviewing, and we might read them on the podcast. Grace, how can the listeners get in touch with us?
You can find us on Twitter or Instagram, where we are at Disney Ages, or you can send us an email at disneyagespodcast@gmail.com.
And all of those are listed in each episode's show notes, so just check the description to see that info. And the music for this show was created by Kevin MacLeod and is being used under Creative Commons license. Links and information are in the show notes.
We're putting up our very first episode reviewing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs today, so if you're listening to this, then go check that out and let us know what you think.
Until next time.
See ya!